Hello, my YouTube friends. Thanks for joining in today. Man, if you haven't hit that subscribe bell, write down snare like a snare, hit it right there, and slam that bell. Type down there as to why you like a Shure microphone. That'll get you in to win one of these puppies. You don't want to miss out on this. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out on the Shure SM7B microphone giveaway. But tonight we got something special. My favorite microphone of all time. Of all time. Yes, and is Electro Voice 642 shotgun microphone. This is a beauty. As you can see, I have one in the background, and I have one right here, guys. It's like gold in your hand. And I'm telling you, these were used all on television. I think they came out with this baby in 1960. Look, it's in mint condition. Mint. They came out with this in 1960. Okay. And in 1963, it won an award. Okay. It won a Grammy. Look right here. The first Academy Award. Let me blow this up for y'all. Y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this. Let's see if I can get it in the picture. The first Academy Award for microphone design in 22 years. Check it out. Let's see if I can get it in there. Can you see that? Look. I mean, yeah, like, right? What other microphone do you know of? Look, it's on the shock mount, the original shock mount, which I have hanging behind my head. It took me forever to find that shock mount. And I had to pay severely to get it. But I got it. It's in my possession. Now, I don't have one for this one, okay? But I will tell you that MXL aftermarket shock mount for the something like P90 or something like that, or the 990, it fits. It fits around this part of the microphone, and it will suspend this mic in the air and work just fine. But look at this beauty, y'all. Just look at this. I can't wait to do some XY recording with this and get it in the studio and do some tracking with it. It's been a while since I've actually done any kind of recording with these microphones. But just look at these ribs on this beauty, man. I mean, don't this microphone actually look kind of sci-fi to you? Something you'd maybe see in I don't know, an old Frankenstein movie or something like that, where the doctor's in there working and he's got all these little test tube things and electricity going up and down and bubbles and all the chemists and all that stuff. And then they've got something like this hanging up in there. But man, I love this microphone. And let me tell you, not only did they use this microphone in all your sitcoms in the 60s, I Dream of Jeannie, Hee Haw Show, Bonanza, all those shows. Not only did they use that, when they found this microphone, they really liked the idea that they could shoot it at the subject, right? And all these little ribs right here would reject noise from the outside of the capsule or the back of the microphone from getting in the front, right? And that's why they love this microphone, because they could shoot it for, a good distance away from the actors. And the microphone didn't have to be suspended right over their heads out of sight. So they could, be off to the side or whatever and actually point this where the directors were and get a great signal, man. And I like the fact that I have two now. And so I can suspend one from one side of the stage and one from the other side of the stage and get a left-right thing going on and get an XYZ thing going on. But I love this mic. If you guys find this microphone on eBay, okay, and it works, I highly suggest you getting one to do your recording. I mean, I like this right here because I'm up close and personal, and I kind of like talking in a microphone. But if you're doing any kind of scenes or whatever, this is the mic to have, man. This is a classic. This is a classic microphone. Look at it. Now, I do have the cases for them, but I wanted to show you something on the back of this mic that makes it even more special. Because before they came out with the XLR connector, they had the military connector. It looks kind of like an XLR, okay? It kind of looks like you can plug an XLR right into that baby, doesn't it? Looks like you could just put a standard XLR connect. But no, you can't, man. It's the old military grade. Look at this. So this is what the connector actually looks like. This is the cable they sent me with the mic, and I'm sure it was used on television somewhere in some studio. But look at the condition this microphone cable's as well. I mean, it's, a lot of times microphone cables after many years, they kind of get brittle and they'll kind of fall apart on you, man, if they hadn't been taken care of. But this microphone cable's in perfect condition. But let me show you this military connector here that actually goes in there. Now, see, that's different than an XLR. See how it's flat on that one side right there? It's different than the XLR connector. So you can't plug an XLR cable into this one. Now, my other one that's hanging up there, it came out maybe a few years later after this one, and it's standard XLR cable that you can put in that one up there. But this one that I'm holding, this is the type of connector that goes in it. And look how good a condition it is. So notice it's flat right here. That doesn't fit in the standard XL. So this microphone requires this type of connector on here. Okay, now like I say, my other one that's hanging up there above my head is standard XLR. But I don't know what year they stopped making this one, this connector for this Electro Voice 642. But I'm sure it was after they, had a few of these out before they changed it over. But I wanted to show you this mic, and I wanted to show you it actually has the registration card still in the box. If I can show that to you, hang on. They never sent the registration card off. So look how yellow and tarnished it is. They still got the registration card in there. And check out this, man. This came with it as well. Now that piece, it shows the original shock mount there. Somehow, some way, this corner off both the edges of the page got torn at some point. But this was in the case too. Talks about the shock mounts and how you actually put them on there, little diagrams. But I just thought that was cool as you know what, man. Check that out. So yeah, it actually came with it. It doesn't say on here what year they actually came out with this, which one this one rode off. I know they came out in 1960, right? Which is really, really cool. But it doesn't say. I'm sure I might be able to find out what year this one actually rolled off the shelf, so to speak, by the serial number. And I just need to do a little research into that. But check out here. I want to show you something on this mic. If I can get it up close enough to the camera for y'all. But it has a 50, a 150, and a 250 roll off here. And then it has a bass roll off switch that's flat. So you got a flat and then 1 and 2. So I want to show this to you. Check this out as I get it up close. I'm going to try to get it in focus for y'all. Maybe right there is the best I can do. Okay, so you see how you have your 50, and then you have your flat, and then 1 and 2. But that's your roll off right there, man. I've just kept it on flat and got some great results with it, man. I need to get in there and change some of the roll offs and whatnot just to see how it sounds. But notice how this baby is designed, y'all. I mean, look at it. I want to show it to you. Where if you have never seen one of these, man, it's seriously like holding. I don't know. It's like holding, uh, 4 pounds or something in my hand. But I want to show you this right here on this side. Look at this. Can you see in there? Look at that. Look at that. Can you see in that little vented area? And then EV stamped in on the side. Look at that. Beautiful microphone, man. Beautiful microphone of all time to win an Academy Award. You know, it must have been something special. And it must have been something so special that think of all the people in the TV industry that's been using those other microphones in the past, whether they were ribbon microphones or, RCA microphones or whatever they were using at the time in movie and theater. Think about when they came out with this microphone, what the talk was. It's like it was the talk of the town. If you didn't have this, you didn't have the Bentley, you didn't have the Ferrari. You had to have this microphone in the studio. What's that, Poker Man? Cool. Yeah, man. Bull tie, nice. Yeah. Thank you. So hip. Thank you. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, man. I mean, check it out. It is like the Ching. It is the Ching of all microphones of all time, man. And I've actually have two of these in my possession that work perfect. How I got so lucky at the time, I was searching out for these mics, I want to say about 10, 15 years ago. And I actually had three at one time. And I said, well, I need to let one go and maybe let somebody else enjoy this microphone. But I have two that are in mint condition that sound fabulous. And I can't wait to put these workhorses to work, man, in the studio, on the stage, for plays or whatever, man. I mean, this is the thing. And I've listened to them, so I know they sound great. And to think, okay, we're in 2021. Let's just say this one rode off the shelf in 1961 or 60, you know? I mean, dude, what other microphone do you know that lasts a test of time like that? Electro Voice. So this is my all-time favorite microphone by Electro Voice. I am a firm believer in Electro Voice and Shure microphones. Those are my two go-to workhorses, rock hard studio microphones that you can count on and rely on all the time. So if you're buying a Shure and you're buying an EV, the older ones especially, you're going to get a great microphone that's going to last you a lifetime. Even you can hand down to your kids. Look at this, man. Look how they took good care of this microphone. You can tell they took good care of it. Okay. They put it back in the case. It has a steel case. There's no rust on the case. And I have cases for both of them. There's no rust on the case. So whenever they got out of the studio or whenever they finished the scene or whatever, all these microphones, I guarantee, were put back in their case, put in the mic locker, and hung up, man, for whenever they were back on the scene. But look at Mick. Now, I haven't polished this or nothing, man. I think I did wipe it down when I first got it with a clean cloth just to get, any germs or whatever off of the microphone and in my possession. But it has that smell. It has that old vintage smell to it. And I got to tell you guys, I got to tell you, Poker Man, I got to tell you that I just ordered a RE20. Electro Voice RE20. Gotta have your Electro Voices in your studio and in your mic locker. Man, I wish you guys could hold this sucker right here and just feel heavy. I feel like I'm at the daggum gym holding it out in front of me. It's seriously that heavy. But look at the design on this thing, man. I'm trying to get a good view for you guys to look at that. Look at that design. Now they came out with another one after this one. I want to say it was the 643 that don't hold me to it, but it seems like I read that it was nearly 7 foot long. Can you imagine a microphone like this, 7 foot long, pointing at you? Talk about sci-fi. The sci-fi microphone of all time, man. This thing needs to be in a freaking it needs to be in the movies again, man. They need to put this thing back in production or at least show more of these things on TV, man. But all your newscaster people, all your people like that were using this microphone in the studio because it was like the best thing ever. It was like you know, better than bread when bread came out, you know what I mean? It was like the thing to have. So I can't imagine, you know, them going from having to dangle a microphone over the set, right? With these long boom arms and trying to get the cast and get everybody in and have to worry about capturing the sound so much and not and that be a major priority. But also the acting and all that other stuff was another major priority. So you got all these directors involved and whatnot. And that's the last thing you really want to have to worry about is the sound. So when they came out with this in 1960 and put this on the set, it was a done deal, man. They didn't have to worry about sound as much, man. They knew they were going to get a great take and it was going to sound good, man. The Electro Voice 642 super sci-fi microphone. A must have if you can find one on eBay. A must have. I bought these actually not only to use because they sound great, but they're definitely investments, man. They're definitely investments and showcases for anybody. I mean, have your friends over and have one of these things suspended from the room, dangling down at the set, and see if this is an eye candy piece and conversational piece to talk about. Look at it. And this is what I like about Electro Voice. Check out the color here, okay? You see that color? Check it out. The Electro Voice have used this color through all their years of manufacturing microphones. I want to say the EV is still this color, and it wasn't up until a few years ago. I don't know specifically what date did they change the color, or at least another option on the Electro Voice RE20. You can get one in black now, and see all the other Electro Voices from the old days. They were this color right here. Check it out. I really don't know what color that is, man, but it's a cross between a gray green color. I don't know the specific paint code on that color. I'd hate to try to match that up or even want to touch the paint on this thing because it's such a beauty, man. If it ever got scarred up or scratched or whatever, I'd just leave it. I wouldn't even try to touch it up. But look at it. It's just a beautiful microphone, beautiful mic of all time. One of my favorite, the Electro Voice RE20 and 642. My two favorite microphones. You got to have an Electro Voice in your studio. Check it out, man. One more time before I put this heavyweight down. This is a heavyweight microphone. Literally, it's a heavyweight. It's not a toy. It's a heavyweight. It's the real deal. The Academy Award winner of all time, the EV-642. Man, someone needs to do a short film about this mic. There's a military cable that goes with it. Great condition. My favorite microphone. Get you some EVs, man. They last a lifetime and generations to come. Take care of all your microphones. When you're through with your microphones, be sure to wipe them down with a little cloth, get all the oil and whatnot, because your hands have oil on them. And when you touch the microphones, okay, not only does it leave the little prints or whatever on the mic, but it leaves the oil residue on the mic as well. So clean your mics up, man. Wipe them down, put them back in the case, put them in your mic locker for your kids or the next generation or generations to come to enjoy. I mean, look, over 40 years, I'm holding this microphone. Over, 50 years, huh? Maybe. Still works. Beautiful mic. Sounds great. The Bentleys of all microphones in on the soundstage on the picture movie screen. On the movie screen, man. Go get you a 642, man. Go get you a 642. And the place to start looking is in some of your old pawn shops. If you can get out and go into some of your old pawn shops, maybe they're out there. You might be able to find one tucked away in a corner. It's got some dust on it or whatever. Still in the case. Still in its box. And the old people forgot they had it there. Forgot it was sitting in the corner somewhere or in a closet. You might be able to run across one of these. Or second, get on eBay, punch in EV-642 microphone, see what when the last one sold, and see if one of these pop up. You might be able to find one in good condition. I've done other videos on the 642, and I've had many people write me as to that they have found one and love theirs, and has enjoyed their experience with the 642, and just love this microphone. And you know what? I do too. I could talk about this microphone for days, especially with someone who had an interest in this mic as well. Just look at it, man. It's one of those gazing mics you got to look at, kind of like the AEA R44 ribbon mic here. Two iconic pieces, two legends in my hand. A legend was born, and I have a piece of history right here in perfect condition. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you joining in tonight, Poker Man. I appreciate you joining in, Bull Tide. And I appreciate you joining in. What is that? Sahib. Appreciate all your comments, as always. You know I do. If you have any questions, man, type down there as to what's running across your mind. I appreciate. You know I'm here, man. I'll try to answer anything you throw at me. If I can't answer it, I'll just tell you I can't answer it. But man, don't you like this mic, man? Look at it, y'all. I mean, come on, dude. I want to say I spent around $300 or $400 for this mic with the case, with the cable. Okay. It's just been so long, I forget actually what I paid for it. All right. But I know I didn't spend more than $500 for it. Okay. And perhaps, man, I hope you guys get on eBay and try to find you one, because this truly is a trophy of all time. Who knows what movies and what actors, right, walked under this microphone, did their shoot, and maybe in conversation said, "Man, what the heck is that hanging up there? You know, what is that hanging up there? Oh man, that's the new EV-642 microphone. They can they can set it up 20, 30 feet from you and still hear everything we're saying over here. They don't have to hang the microphone over your head anymore." Oh wow, yeah, man. I always thought one of those mics was going to drop on my head someday anyway. Put me in the hospital with concussion. So yeah, this was like the talk of the town, man, when they came out with this in 1960. The talk of the town. What a beauty, right? I'm going to point it down like this so you can kind of look at those ribs. Get a good view of it. Get it like that. Okay. Maybe it's in focus like that. What a neat little piece. Thank you guys for joining in tonight, man. I really, really appreciate all of you joining in. And we always have some great content to talk about. We always have some great things going on here at Audio Master Studio. Neat things. I love talking about microphones. That's probably one of my favorite things to be able to talk about is different microphones. Just because I've always been a microphone lover and collector, and I think that that is the beginning tools that you need in any recording studio. It's kind of like if you were going to go work on a car and didn't have any screwdrivers. It's like a must. You have to have good screwdrivers and good tools to actually do the work that needs to be done. And microphones are just like that in the studio. They all play a large role in the studio. And if you get the right microphones on the right application, there's very little EQing that has to be done. And the less EQing you have to be done on the tracks, the more natural it's going to sound. And so, yeah, having great microphones is a must in every studio. And it's the go to piece. It's like the first thing that the audio enters before it goes through anything else. And so that's probably been a big reason why I've also love microphones. But then, not only just that, not only are they a necessity and priority and the most important thing, but look how cool they all look. They all have their own design, they all have their own shape, their own style and uniqueness about them. And so I say build your mic locker up. Build your mic locker up first. Get your mic locker going. Get you a good dynamic microphone. Start out with a good dynamic microphone, a good condenser microphone, and start building your mic locker up. This way, you'll have the tools you need when you go in the studio, and you'll know. And plus, you'll have more to pull from. You have a certain singer coming in, whether it's a female singer or whether it's a male singer. Maybe he's more of a baritone and he has more of a deep voice. You might want to put him on a different microphone than say the girl singer that comes in. That's mezzo soprano singer, the really really high voice. And so having these different tools is like having different microphones. You're going to want to choose the right mic for the particular voice. So there's very little EQing that needs to be done once it hits the tape or whatever medium you're recording on. Gotta have microphones, man. Gotta have some good mics. And just start out with a good dynamic microphone and a good condenser, and then work your way from there, man. But tonight, I really wanted to get on and express how I really felt about Electro Voice. I think it's a superior company that's lasted throughout time, and the microphones that they've made have just been superior above all. I want to say Shure and EV, and just name a few others, Neumann, but especially Shure and EV. They're just standard hard rock, in your face, bulletproof type microphones that the proof's in the pudding, man. The proof is in the pudding, you know. Look at there, 50 years old, sounds wonderful, still a beautiful microphone. And who would have thought? There's nothing wrong with this baby. It sounds perfect, in perfect condition. And what a neat thing to think of all the movies that was shot and the movie stars that walked underneath or beside this microphone, recording their voice through it. I'll never know. But I do know it works and it sounds fabulous. And I'm just very, very thankful I've got one, and not just one, but two, to be able to play with, to take care of, and to pass down to the next generation. It's a beauty, man. Needs to be in a studio somewhere and being put to very good use. and taken care of. So as long as it's in my possession, I'm going to take care of it. So it's just the way I take care of all my microphones. They're special to me and they're all tools to me. And they just sound wonderful. Look at it. I'll show you another close up. If I can get it in there for you without any glare. See the mirror shine is showing my fingers. It's showing my fingers reflecting off of the metal. That's how nice of a condition it is. It's a beauty, man. A must have for any collector. If you're a collector and you like collecting microphones, Electro Voice 642 is a must have collecting a collector piece. And I'm going to be doing an unboxing. I want to say my microphone on the EV Electro Voice RE20 is going to be in Saturday. And if it gets in Saturday, you guys join me, man. 7 o'clock Texas time. Join me, man, for the unboxing. I'm going to be opening that baby up and I'm going to take a big old smell of that new equipment as soon as it arrives. Just because I like smelling new equipment, man. I love studio gear. And it just has a certain, kind of like a new car. You know, you get into a new car and it has that new car smell and everything to it. Same way with studio gear. It has a certain smell to it that when you first get it, it has that smell and you just love it. You know, just like, oh, I got to have that smell. I got to smell the smell. But yeah, man, EV, Electro Voice. So I'm going to be doing the unboxing on my RE20 Saturday. This Saturday. Don't be late. 7 o'clock. Join in with me. You don't want to miss out, man. It's going to be a good video. And I'm going to show you the comparisons of the 642 that was made over 50 years ago and the RE20, how they resemble one another in many, many ways as far as the aesthetics go. And we're going to check that out together, and I'm going to show you both of them side by side. We'll get a close look at both of them together, man. It's going to be a cool thing. It's going to be a cool ride. So thank you guys for joining in. As always, man, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also share, man. If you like the video, start sharing my videos, man. Get it out there for other people to see. Who knows, maybe there's somebody looking for an EV-642 and they'd like to know something a little more about it. And if you don't share, maybe they'll never know. They'll never see this video. So share my videos, man. Especially on the microphones and things like that. That'll just get the information out there and get in the algorithm for everyone to enjoy. And if you're love anything to do with music, audio recording, mixing, mastering, share my videos, man. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Slam that bell. Type down there as to why you like a Shure microphone. And that'll get you in this contest right here. This beautiful baby. SM7B Shure microphone. A must in the studio. A great microphone for podcast. Up close and personal. Has a beautiful proximity effect to it. You don't want to miss out, man. Hit the subscribe. And we will see you again.